Yesterday I asked you guys the question if you would still want me to talk about the Season Pass and the year 1 content for the Division. And the big majority said yes. I mean, seriously, I got a lot of responses. So today, I'll be going over everything that you can expect to be added into the game in 2016 and what other extra things you get when deciding to buy the Season Pass. Let's begin. I assume that by now everyone has seen the new trailer that pretty much shows off what kind of content we can expect for the DLC. If you haven't seen it, there will be a link in the description and you can go and watch it for yourself, but I'm going to start the video by breaking this down. Basically, the developers have planned in 5 expansions that they will release over the course of 2016. The first 2 updates are somewhat smaller, but free for everyone, and the remaining 3 are larger ones, but they will require you to either have the Season Pass or buy them when they come out. The first update drops in April and is called Incursions. Now, an incursion is the first real type of PvE endgame content that we can expect. It requires you to be max level and have a solid team of 4 players to take it on versus difficult to beat NPCs. And if you succeed, you will be rewarded with new weapons and gear. Now, we don't really get to see much from this trailer, and that pretty much counts for all the things listed. The reason behind that is, of course, that not a lot of these things, if any, have actually already been created. The only thing that we can pick up from this is the mini-tank that you supposedly have to destroy. And yes, you heard me right, you have to destroy it. I can say that with so much confidence because one of my friends, called It's Gamer Dog, has been doing some data mining and decrypting of the files in the PC preload for the Division. And he has found, among a lot of other things, a full list of all the missions. And you probably already guessed it, but one of those missions is called Kill the Tank, and it is listed as DLC 1, which is what you're seeing on the screen right now. Taking a look at the blog post, you will see that they will also implement the trading of loot with the first update. The way that it works is that players that are in the same squad can freely give each other items. So if you're, let's say, a damage player and you found something that is more beneficial for a tank, then you can give that to your buddy if you want. The second update is called Conflict and it will drop in May. This one will add another incursion mission around the Columbus Circle, but on top of that it will also come with some new features in the Dark Zone, although they don't specifically say what. A month after that, in June, the first big DLC will drop, and for this you will need the Season Pass. This first DLC will add a deep underground network that you can explore. I'm thinking that this will simply open up all the blocked parts of the underground that we saw in the beta. I mean, we had all these gates that we couldn't go through and you had these big grey walls randomly stopping us from going further. And I believe that the underground DLC will let you explore all these places. The second big DLC is called Survival and it will release in the summer. On the blog post it is described as trying to survive for as long as possible in a hostile environment. Now, it doesn't really tell us much, but older sources have also stated that the whole map will turn into a dark zone, and these older sources have been confirmed to be true by Ubisoft support. However, this will always be an optional thing. People will always be able to go back to the old version and just play the missions. The last DLC is called Last Stand, and it will come out this winter. We don't really know a whole lot about this. All they've said is that you will have to recruit other agents and fight a new enemy. So I'm assuming that this is a new storyline versus a new faction, but that would just be speculation. Now, as far as the Season Pass goes, all of this content will be included. But you will also get a couple of other things with it. For example, you will get the 7 exclusive cosmetic items, as well as the sawed-off shotgun. Now, how exclusive these items are is something that I really cannot tell you until launch. It may be possible to find these items in the game by just playing long enough, but it's also possible that you can only get these cosmetic items through in-game microtransactions. And yes, I know that a Ubisoft employee has said on Twitter that the game will not have microtransactions, but this may not be entirely true because when asked about the microtransactions in a recent article, the developer said that there is no paid currency in the game, nor any way to purchase in-game items such as weapons, armor, or consumables that affect a player's stats or performance. That being said though, they didn't exclude the possibility of there being microtransactions with the cosmetic items. To me, I kind of think that they still have microtransactions, but I believe that they just don't want to mention it until launch because of the bad image that microtransactions come with. And besides some more exclusive content updates, which we don't really know what they are, that is pretty much all you're getting with the Season Pass. Now, I do want to mention one more thing about the expansion packs though, because A little while ago, it was confirmed that Xbox owners would get all the DLC 1 month earlier than the rest. But a recent post by another Ubisoft employee confirms that only 2 out of the 3 major DLC packs will have that timed exclusivity. The first 2 smaller updates that do not require the Season Pass will come to all platforms at the same time. So basically, the only 2 things that will have that timed exclusive on the Xbox One are the Survival DLC and the Last Stand DLC, both of which are pretty far away anyways. But I guess that pretty much wraps it up for today. As always, I really hope you enjoyed and I will see you guys later. Or like they say in the Netherlands, zie je later!